welcome first and foremost. This has been an absolute whirlwind. The human side of things is often not talked about. What has the last 24 plus hours been like for you?
A lot of flights. I found out in Dallas. Told me to hang back from the hotel, don't go to shoot around. End up flying back to Salt Lake to grab some clothes, say goodbye to my family, and then had a flight last night. Got in to Jersey, got in about 4 in the morning. Woke up at 10:30, had to do my physical, and now I'm here.
And now you're here. Now you're a part of this organization and this franchise. You talked about that initial shock. Your whole career has been spent in Salt Lake City. That's all you know as an NBA player. Talk a little bit about what you're looking forward to and the change. This is obviously a huge adjustment for you as an NBA player.
It is, man. You know, this is part of God's plan. You know, he wanted me to be here. I'm looking forward to being in the net, to playing with these guys, playing under Coach Johnson. You know, talking with Billy. You know, and seeing his vision of things in the future. You know, moving to Brooklyn and getting some more pieces here. You know, it looks great. I look forward to it.
Darren, from the standpoint of on the court, I mean, looking at your game, and we've watched it very closely over the years, you're a combination, I think a rare combination of point guards who is A, athletic, and B, fundamentally sound, and that always doesn't come in that same package. How do you take those talents and kind of come to New Jersey now with guys like Brook Lopez and make those talents, which are great, work for this team?
Well, I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to playing with Brook. You know, a big fella like that, you know, that's a point guard's dream. And you know, the rest of the other guys as well. You know, we have some great guys on this roster, some shooters, some guys that play hard, and I look forward to playing with them.
How long do you think that'll take for you to get comfortable with it? I know that's a difficult question because, as you touched on before, it's get back-to-backs already. Yeah,
I mean, it is. It's, you know, we're not gonna have any practice together. I'm gonna get with Popeye and the video guys, and you know, start learning a little bit of the offense, learning a little bit of the defense, and then you just have to wing it.
See what happens, I guess. Huh?
How about playing for a point guard? Avery Johnson, a veteran at that position, an NBA champion. Positive, negative? How do you view it playing for a head coach who played the position that you play?
Well, I definitely think it's a positive. You know, you'd be on the same page a little bit. You know, you have, you know, the same view on things, and I'm sure he can help me and give me some pointers. You know, he's one of the best to ever do it, and I look forward to learning under him, to playing under him, and it should be it should be fun, especially when we develop a good chemistry.
From a style standpoint, is there any preference from your part? I know, as I mentioned, watching you a lot, you can command the ball in the half court. You also can run it up the floor also. Is there any preference from your style, what you'd like to see the Nets start to do a little bit?
Well, I think both. You know, I think I can handle, you know, any style, you know, whether it's pushing the ball or half tempo, you know, half court tempo offense. You know, I think you need to be able to do both, you know, especially in the East. You know, it's a more grinded out game. So, you know, I'm ready for whatever.
Darren, about 10 years ago, Jason Kidd was dealt from Phoenix to the Nets. At that point, he was considered one of the best point guards in the NBA. His reputation actually went up because of what he was able to do for a franchise that was thirsting for a winner. Do you see any parallels whatsoever? I know you're a guy that watched Jason Kidd when you're growing up in Dallas. Do you see any parallels to that situation and what you're facing right now?
I think it's a similar situation, you know, and I talked to J. Kidd yesterday, and, you know, he wished me the best of luck and, you know, told me a little bit about the organization and about the city, and, you know, I look forward to it. I think it is similar situations. I think, you know, I'm going to have the chance to do some of the same things he did, and hopefully I can, you know, follow in his footsteps.
From a player perspective, and not to ask you to you know, answer by mentioning names, but as you're a point guard on a team like this, you have Brook Lopez. I'll mention that one name as a big center. Tell me what you create in your mind in terms of what's the perfect team to be playing with you from a role standpoint with other guys.
Well, it's just so hard to say that right now. I gotta get out there and play with them before I can tell and, you know, develop chemistry with guys and see where, you know, guys like the ball on the floor and you know things like that.
Darren, you haven't played 1 minute for this team yet. The questions are there, and you knew they were coming regarding the future, and the questions are going to be there. We know that in the NBA now, the way things are set up, everybody wants answers now. The sense I got just from listening to you up there is you don't have the answer. It's impossible to share the answer if you don't have it yourself. Is the game plan to see how things work out with this team, and when the time comes to start discussing contract, that's when it'll be dealt with?
That's the exact plan. You know, I don't know what the future holds. I don't know, you know, how things are going to come along with this team, and I look forward to being a part of it. And until then, I can't really comment on my future. And you know, the current collective bargaining agreement is definitely a factor in all of it.
Darren, welcome. Wish you the best of luck.
Appreciate it.
Great to have you.